My name is Wojtek. I'm the Chief Executive Officer at Mention Me, and I'd like to welcome you to the journey that Mention Me is going on. Fundamentally, we believe that as AI begins to dominate the marketing landscape and the landscape in general, placing humans at the center of marketing activities becomes ever more important and actually critical. The reality is that LLMs are beginning to dominate the entire marketing funnel. They've already started making massive inroads into the top of funnel. Searches, discovery, and so on are now beginning to transition for the majority of consumers to LLM models. The reality is the URL is dead. The way we as marketeers have grown up, thinking about optimizing our content, programmatic advertising, search engine optimization, and a variety of other methods of making our brand visible to consumers, making our value proposition understood, being top of mind, being in the selection criteria. All of that is not just being disrupted by the LLMs, it's actually being made redundant. There are really only a few things, and really just a few things, that a brand can and must do to maintain not just relevance, but to stand out in a world curated by LLM agentic search and conversion models. The most critical of these, and really the most critical of these, is to ensure that consumers, that people, particularly those who love what the brand stands for, who have a genuine emotional connection to the brand, who are promoters of not just the brand's proposition, but the values that stand behind that brand, are front and center in what LLMs see. And how does that happen? Because those consumers, those promoters, need to be harnessed. They need to have a feeling of affinity to the brand. They need to be able to make recommendations when those recommendations are sought by their friends. They need to be able to feel that they're part of a club or a program. Having these consumers, particularly, and it is so important, particularly those true promoters of a brand, talking about the brand, publicizing about their interactions with the brand, making those in-the-moment recommendations. That is what we at Mention Me are entirely geared up to do. That is our reason for existence. And so I really welcome you on this journey to put humans at the center of how your brand is understood, how your brand is discovered, how your brand is shared and recommended, and how your brand grows profitably. Thank you. I look forward to our relationship.